Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jan.3. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, January 3rd, 2019. Look at your, let's take a look at the show, if you will, the movie that goes on in this three-dimensional world. It's a good idea that we step back and relax and let everything just flow and watch the movie. Look at it from afar, and you're watching it. If you need binoculars, use binoculars. But you're not involved with it. You are not part of it. You are a spectator. You watch this, and everything that's going on, and you have the ability to see it all the cover up, all underneath, all ulterior motives, everything in this three-dimensional existence that we are the spectators. We're watching. We're not intervening. We're not changing anything. We're just spectators. We're watching. From this perspective, in this meditation, viewing, we can see the actual workings and the construct of this false existence that humanity has been basically carefully blended into, so as if there would not be a hiccup or any of humanity to start to realize that it was a matrix, a compressing, locked up existence, so to speak. So all of us are going to view it and to watch it. And in the process of it, we view all of the things that really serve no higher purpose, that do really nothing to enlighten, to elevate, to increase vibrational frequencies. We see, for the most part, of dampening effect, de-energizing effect, almost as if we see these like tentacles draining life energy from humanity. And it's good to do this because it gives us a much clearer perspective of what we've been mired in forever. And you can, when you look at something from the outside and you're not in it, you can see much more. You can view and understand much more than if you're actually in it. It's like being in a box or being outside the box, and looking outside the box, you can see a lot more area and a lot more that's going on outside that box than what's going on inside the box. So relaxing and viewing all of this is going on allows us and educates us to understand the areas of enlightenment and how to increase it across the board. So this is kind of we're watching an instructional video, a movie, giving us key points of change so that we can change things on a much higher vibrational frequency. So we know we can depict, we can see, we can identify and understand. Now, each of us will probably see different things. We will view different things. And this is an unusual meditation because we're participating our energy, but we're using our heart mind to reevaluate from afar. So we're not in it. We've been in it, We've been elevating up out of it, but now we're going to look at the whole picture and view the whole picture and see the silliness, the ridiculousness of it, on how it's been perpetrated on the civilization of the planet. And by doing this, it gives us a much more broader scope, much more introspective of what is occurring and what has been happening. And so we can effectually change, increase the vibrational frequency with all of us to affect the rest of the civilization. We are all one, so we're all part of that energy, as we've talked about. We talked a little bit about that last night. And this energy can be shifted, transformed, enlightened, imbued with prime source creator God's deep eternal love across the board, across the field, saturating everything. And so this meditation of viewing and the one tomorrow will build on that as far as what areas need the strongest frequency increase, what areas are struggling to elevate, and what areas are hopelessly mired in this goop of third-dimensional energies. And it's interesting how it can affect us, even if we feel we're enlightened and that we are aware of so many things, that we can affect this. It affects us in many different ways, and we're not aware of it, on how it affects us. But some of us can pick up that with others, on that something has affected them, some energy pattern has shifted. It's different in them, and they're not aware. They're aware of a few things, but not all of them. So the energies, the affecting, sometimes it can mean that some form of low vibration has attached itself to them and is feeding off of them, and they're aware. And there's this little subtle changes that take place with them, and they go about their business and everything, but it's, I've had to remove those things from people at times because they just aren't aware until you bring it to their attention. And we have to be very, very clear and aware of all of these things. And the best way to do that is to see it from outside. Okay? Oftentimes we're so mired in the life that we do not take a break from it. And when I mean taking a break, I mean is your spirit, your higher self, your heart mind, we're all sitting together or floating in the air together, watching everything. We're just watching, we're viewing. It's a wonderful education. It's a wonderful awareness that we can enact so that we become much more informed, much more aware in detail on how we can harmonize things much more effectively than when you're actually in it. I'm sure a lot of you will agree with that. So, in this viewing, in this meditation, we are going to watch and view so that we can identify the weak areas and the lower vibrational frequencies of the one, of the civilization. So if you will, go to a place where you will not be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are as I talk. Relax. Allow your body to just float. And some of you say you fall asleep. That's not a bad thing. There's no, what do you call it? Uniform, structured, specific path of meditation. It's how you are. And so if you fall asleep, that's fine. If you start laughing, that's fine. If you cry, that's fine. It's just that there's a mix of many things. So as you relax your body and let everything fold out. just let it dissipate, disappear. Anything that does not serve your highest good, let it go. Let it go. The deceit, cynicism, skepticism, negativities, forlornment, all of these emotions, which are frequencies, many of which detract, they take us down, they lower our vibrational energy field. They don't serve a higher good for us. Our intent is to aspire to elevate ourselves to such a frequency that we are in constant love, that we are never out of love, that we are always in love. And so, by viewing and watching these things, we begin to have a much deeper understanding of the One. See? Of the One. Eventually, we will all do this in some shape, form, or another, far into the future, when we're watching and viewing galaxies and universes. So, this is a real good experience, so to speak. So relax the body, let it flow, let all of the entanglements and heavy burden weights and everything just float off, eliminate it. And you're going to want to, as you're relaxing, you want to breathe. And as I talk, you want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in through the nose, you want to hold at 1001, 1002, 1003. And you're going to want to exhale. You want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in divine positive energy. Take this energy in, and we're all going to take a break from the matrix in this meditation. And we're going to educate ourselves. All of us, some of us may see different things, but remember, we're all connected, so we'll all view from different perspectives, which is a good thing. So as you breathe in this divine positive energy, it gives you much clearer, much deeper awareness. To get to a point where you know if something is out of kilter with you, if you have a ripple in your energy field, if you have a dent, as I call it, in the energy field. And those things are about maybe some negative energy attachment, maybe some emotional issue that you aren't aware of yet that is going to surface. So you have many of these things that play on us, that we don't address, that we just kind of let it take place, and we don't address it. Sometimes it could be our own arrogance, sometimes it could be our own stubbornness that we don't address these things. But as you breathe in this divine positive energy, it allows you and it gives you like a ninth sense of understanding who and what you are, and that you're going to be taking a viewership today in this meditation, and that you will see and view many things that you normally would not. So as you take this in with this awareness and clarity, and you're relaxed, you breathe out any blocks, any hurdles, any obstructions that may be keeping you from full view. And this could be your ego, could be your mind, right? It could be stubbornness. It could be confidence with ego instead of confidence without ego. So you have these, some of them are little, some of them are not so little, that kind of distract you and try to keep you buried, okay? Literally buried. So as you breathe out any of these things, you release them. You nullify their effects on you. It gives you a much more comfortable, relaxed, easing effect on your energy field. So as you release them, they're transmuted into neutral light substances sent back to the great central sun. So you're floating. we turn and we ease into ourselves. We ease in through our heart mind, and we travel effortlessly, deeply and upward. Deeply and upward, and deeply and upward. And as we do, we immediately find ourselves immersed and flowing with the golden light, pink light of Prime Source, Creator God's deep eternal love. We have the purple transmuted flames flowing and mingling with us. We have the violet ray. We have the emerald green flaming healing light and the white fire. These are all immersed with us. We're embracing, they're embracing, and we're flowing with these energies. We're part of them, they're part of us. And as this happens, we know that we are totally protected, and that deep eternal love is the only thing that can penetrate that field, that force that we are immersed in, with all these wonderful energies. And as we do that, we turn and we are drawn and we embrace fully our higher self, our spirit, our God spark. And we are one. We bring heaven to earth. And as we do this, we are in complete repose. And repose is French word for relaxation. So we're in repose. And as we do that, we join hand in hand, arm in arm, and we form our circle, and we effortlessly float up above the planet. And as we do so, we call upon all of the light energy beings of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love in every dimension, in every universe, in every existence, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We call upon all of the angels who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon inner earth and hollow earth and all of the inhabitants of these existences, these worlds, who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love to join us in this meditation. And we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all the galactics who are assisting humanity with our ascension and with breaking free of the bondage on this planet through Krishna Jaya. We thank them lovingly and graciously, and we ask them to join us in this meditation of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love. We thank them. We call upon all of our loved ones who have passed over, who have passed over in this life and all lives, who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation. We lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia. We call upon all of the ascended masters of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of the light energy forms who are housed in fallen forms. The elves, the fairies, the sprites, the gnomes, the elementals, earth, fire, air, water. We call upon the Pegasus, the mermaids, the dolphins, the unicorn. All of these energies housed in these forms of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love to join us in this meditation. We lovingly, graciously thank them. We look up and we see our meditative sphere floating directly above our circle. And we should feel its warm hum, its wonderful, beautiful surging of deep eternal love energy. and it's housed in the emerald green healing flaming light, and the purple transmuting flame, and the violet ray, and the white fire, and all swirling and keeping our meditations in perpetual motion of deep energy and love and peace. And as we do this, we feel the rain melt over us, warm and loving, and saturate our very existence, our higher self, and our physical forms. And a clarity comes over us, and a relaxation comes over us. And we just kind of lean back, and we view, as we look upon the planet, Gaia, we view it, and we watch the three-dimensional energies, the low frequencies of the happenings on the planet. We can see all. We view all. And as we do, we see the areas that we can tend to, the fractures, the low valleys of energy, the strong areas of depression, of illness, of anger. These are things that we can view by being outside and sitting back for this meditation and watching. It allows us to identify things. Some of us will see the same things, others will see different things. It just depends on where we focus and where we seek to identify these low frequencies that keep our brothers and sisters in low harmony and dis-ease and stress. So this purpose is for us to become much more clearer and aware of the areas that we will meditate on to enlighten and increase and elevate the vibrational frequencies to a much higher level. In other words, we are tailoring at this point, at this stage, to find any remaining frequencies that are low, and then we can meditate on increasing those particular areas. So we watch, and we view, and we take in, and we write it all down in our etheric memory, so that we are now on autopilot on how to address it in our next meditation. So we watch, and we view, and we take it in. And we do all this in deep eternal love. I will join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. It's kind of interesting that we take this different meditation. It's a different perspective, but we all need to kind of take a break out from inside. You know, we're literally relaxed, ease back, and watching everything, and making sure we have not missed a smidgen of the lower frequencies. Some of them hide under disguise. So as and you'll reflect on this, and you'll get other energies of your awareness will come into the forefront, and your higher self will communicate it to you. That we need to tend to this and tend to that and tend to this, so that we can. It literally is a full coverage of understanding of these lower frequencies that have caused so many problems for so many of much of humanity. So take that perspective with you for the rest of the day. You're the spectator, and you're taking a break from all of the hustle bustle and all of the intricacies and everything, and you're viewing, watching, and reviewing all of the information. You're logging it with your higher self. So through the rest of the day and into the evening and night and into the next morning, savor that. You're the spectator. You're the grandmaster spectator on the outside, making sure that you're covering everything. And we will return here tomorrow, January 4th, 2019 at 3 p.m.